Hi guys, hope you're all keeping safe and well. How you all doing? Are you looking forward to Father's Day? Well, today is 16th of June. It's a Tuesday, so there's about 5 days left for you to order gifts for Dad, which is Father's Day, which is in fact on the 21st of June, Sunday 21st of June, in most parts of the world. There are countries like, for example, Spain and Germany, Switzerland, Lithuania, Denmark, Austria, Belgium, where it's not. But in most, if you look on Wikipedia, the vast majority of the countries, certainly the US and the UK, will be marking Father's Day on the 21st of June. So fittingly, I have selected 21 gifts for the Petrolhead Dad, ideal for the Petrolhead Dad, and I've put them on browncarguy.com. Go there, check them out, and also subscribe. But if you don't want to, I will tell you those, or at least most of those, right here, right now. And you know how I know that they are the ideal gifts for the Petrolhead Dad? Because I am a Petrolhead Dad, and I'm really hoping that my kids will watch this video. There is still time to order. But anyway, links for those gifts I'll also put in the description below, so you can hit those links and it will take you straight through and order through that. Before I get into that, make sure that you are subscribing to this channel and hit that bell notification icon so that you get updates every time I upload a video. And also follow me on all social media. Just search for #BrownCarGuy. That's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all the rest of it. Cool, let's get into this. Right then, so you know what? There's going to be a lot of Lego here, and the reason being is because, you know, when we were young, we used to play a lot with Lego, and it's really heartening to see that Lego, that's a completely new brand. Lego is as cool today as it was back then, and you still have ample opportunity to step on a Lego brick and cause yourself immeasurable pain and agony. That's still wonderfully possible. But also, we just love putting things together, and so I've got quite a few Lego cars on this, and some very cool ones. Now, there's the new Land Rover Defender that's just come out, and there's a Lego version, or the Lego Technic version I should say, and that looks really, really cool. So if you're into off-roaders, go for that one. If you're not into off-roaders but equally want a cool Lego thing, there was a Mustang a few years ago, but the new one for this year, which I think is really cool, and slightly cheaper than the Land Rover, is Dom's Charger from Fast and Furious. That's available as Lego Technic as well. If both of those are a little bit too expensive, then another very nostalgic, really fantastic Lego kit is the Lego Audi Quattro S1, the rally car, and it even comes with a little figure, a little racing figure that you can put inside. And I think for a lot of old WR fans like me, especially from those days, the Group B rally cars, that would be a fantastic gift. And I would imagine that that little figure, I would dub it Michel Mouton and put it in the car. Look her up if you don't know who I'm talking about. Sticking with the theme of building stuff and putting stuff together, when we couldn't put Lego together, we loved putting Meccano sets together. I remember because it was very grown up, because it came with nuts and bolts and all this sort of thing, screwdriver and all that, and spanners, little spanners and all that. So it was very exciting. Meccano is still around, and there's a Meccano model Roadster kit, and actually you can make 2 or 3 different variations of cars with that one. So that's definitely worth a look. And the other thing we used to do is get our fingers glued together like that as we built Airfix model kits and stuff like that. And I found a wonderful Jaguar E-Type. There isn't a sexier car in existence. There's an Airfix model kit of that. Check that out. Again, link is at browncarguy.com or below this video. Sticking with model cars, if you want an RC car, then how about this? Tamiya used to make great RC cars, still probably do, I reckon, the best ones anyway. And they have a Volkswagen Type 2 camper van version, and I think that's immeasurably cool. So, you know, I think that would be an awesome one to have. It's not just your regular RC car, it's something a little bit very, very nice looking as well. Talking of something that's very nice looking and cool, and this is bringing things a little bit more up to date, pop heads are a big thing right now, and you can get a pop head Sean Connery in an Aston Martin DB5. For Bond fans, come on, that's awesome. And if you're not quite a Bond fan but you still like car stuff, how about the kit from Knight Rider, Michael Knight and kit? You can get a pop head of that as well. That's a must have. And Still want something else? How about a Batmobile? And the original 1966 Batmobile, although I think they have a later version as well, but certainly that's a cool one. And you know, you really, if you're nostalgic for the 60s TV show and Adam West, that's one thing to get. Also a Batmobile 1/18 scale model. The detail on this thing is unbelievable. That's there as well. That's really worth looking at. Let's move on from model cars into stuff that's a bit more practical and usable. How about Cologne? Parfum, whatever, cologne, right? You can get Ferrari Cologne. So that's very appropriate for car fans. It's really good. I've actually used that myself. It's pretty nice. If you really want to splash out, you really have a bit of money to splash out on your dad, then it is something very special. The Omega Speedmaster Racing. Now, the Omega Speedmaster is an incredible watch to have, simply because it was the first watch on the moon. Yes, Neil Armstrong wore an Omega Speedmaster. So here is a watch that's been to the moon, plus there's a racing series. You can't get cooler than that. Most petrolheads are also into space as well, aeronautics and space travel. So, you know, and you know that I am Star Trek fan, right? What do you want to do when you're driving? You want to be comfortable, you want to have good driving shoes, and I think that they are some great shoes I've also listed below, and they are not only really functional, because you need to have like good flexibility if you do heel and towing, for example. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. And if you drive a manual, then you should know what it is. Then that's really good for that. Sticking with the whole idea of cool things, if Steve McQueen would wear these shoes, he would also wear the Gulf racing jacket, which in fact he did wear in the Le Mans movie. And I found a great leather example of that. Again, link below. And every petrolhead would love to have one of those. You just can't help but look cool if you wear one of those. Getting a little bit more practical, if your dad is out on the road a lot, God forbid he breaks down or has a problem or conditions change, then there is an emergency car kit with jumper cables, shovel, reflective jacket, first aid kit, and all of those sort of things. So, and God forbid, a hammer that you can use to break the window should you find yourself accidentally in water. I saw a post today about a woman driving a car accidentally into the sea in Dubai. I don't know how that happens, but there you go. But that would have helped to get out. Oh, she was rescued. She was fine. And then they pulled the car out as well. Car care kit. This wouldn't help her car because it's flood damage. But if your dad has a nice car, I mean, probably he likes to spend Sunday cleaning and washing and waxing and polishing. Well, there's a great car kit. I think it's from McGu's. Very, very good products. Car maintenance toolkit. You like to do a little bit of DIY on the car. There's a great toolkit. I've also put that there. Moving more into fun stuff, how about a driving game simulator cockpit? Yeah, so this is the steering, the gear shift, the pedals, all in a frame with a seat, but the only thing moving is a cup holder for beverages, shall we say. So that's, you know, come on, if your dad is a gamer, you got to get him that. If your dad, it's hard to tell your dad that, you know, maybe he isn't as good a driver as he maybe thinks he is. There is a great book that I've always sworn by. It's one of the first books that I read when I got into driving, and I learned a lot from it. It's called Very Advanced Driving from Tom Topper. There are other very advanced drivings, but this is the one that I read. I highly recommend it. It's still available. Link is below. Get that. Now, penultimate gift on my list, the Porsche Travel Cup. You know, because if you're out and about and you need to take a coffee with you, I often do that. I often find I'm going off on a trip and I think I'm going to need a coffee with me, and you need a nice cup to do it. There's a Porsche Travel Cup just for that purpose. It's a flask, really, so it's got two skins, so it'll keep the coffee warm. Really, really good. Plus, it's from Porsche. Come on. And then my final one. And this isn't cheap, I will warn you, but it is about, we're going back to toys now, but it is the ultimate toy, especially for people with 80s nostalgia who really, really like that sort of stuff. If you like the Back to the Future movies, then you've got to have the DeLorean in full flight mode that actually floats. It's on a pedestal that actually floats, and it is incredibly detailed. It's a must-have. Anyway, those are my choices. I know that as a Petrolhead Dad, I would love any of those gifts. Hint, hint, if the kids are watching. But even for you, if you need to get them, you still got 5 days. You can order them. Hit the links below. Do that now. Thanks so much for watching. Like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell icon, and make sure you follow me on social media. Hashtag BrownCarGuy, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Also, browncarguy.com. There also you'll find an article listing all of these gifts. And if you enjoy these videos and my other videos, so support me on patreon.com/ShazadShake, and there you'll also find an exclusive piece of content. And again, going back to that whole 70s, 80s nostalgia, it's like my parody sequel to the original Cannonball Run movie. If you don't like it, your dad will love it. Get a subscription, let him read it, he'll enjoy it. Let me know what he thought of it. Even if you can't continue to like, share, subscribe, all the rest of it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.